and welcome back to the realm of insanity, my historians. We are back with some more Elder Scrolls Online. We are going to be diving back into Scribing today. Disclosure, I am sometimes sponsored to play the Elder Scrolls Online. We did a sponsor stream of the Elder Scrolls Online the other day, but I am an Elder Scrolls Online stream team partner, and I'm always given freebies, including crowds and various other thingies. Previously, during our scribing journey, we did the Indrik, the dragon, the griffin, and we're about to do the Netch. And the Netch I'm extremely excited for because they give off madness vibes. Just a little bit goofy, a little bit silly, and I really feel like we're gonna vibe together, me and the Netch. The Nabal of the Fetch. A completely true account of Ulfsild's favourite luminary. Some sought the power of the Indrik. Prodigious yawners who lacked imagination, drawn to power and might. Some sought the power of the dragon. Supposed orators who prized their own voices, never letting the thought of another pass without interjection. Some sought the power of the griffin, like-minded individuals obsessed with their own ideas, blind to the fact that there was nothing unique about them. For everyone else, truly righteous and buoyant souls, there was the Netch. Dashing, cunning, splendid and shapely, all who knew the Netch had their past lives made lighter and brighter by its mere presence. When someone tried to do something prodigiously stupid, like trading an island sanctuary for a silly book, the Netch's lithe tendrils would guide him gently back to doing something more productive, like cherishing his wife, or cleaning his fingernails with a hot iron poker, or literally anything else. The other luminaries grovelled. "Oh, great and glorious Netch," they said, "we beseech you to aid us in lifting the green boulders of envy rolled over our hearts. Let our bosoms float with such lightness as your bosom. Make our voluptuous dreams come true." "I will of course use my magic," said the wise and benevolent Netch, "to keep you from holding yourselves to my frankly unfair standard of luminescence." The Netch did this. The followers of the other luminaries saw the Netch in all its glory and decided to turn their hearts to it instead. The luminaries were so happy for this. The Netch basked in all their loving attention, and everyone everywhere was happy and fulfilled and wanted for nothing. Whoops.
I see you found whatever this is. It's not the fable of the Netch, as I recall it.
Really?
Nevertheless,
I am occasionally fond of the
I quite enjoyed the Netch bosom.
So did I.
I am occasionally fond of the Netch's levity. However, if you are short on patience for playful antics, you may find this a difficult
I think we're going to
trial.
be fine.
Worth it, I think, on your path to master scribing.
Why is this book called The Nabal of the Fetch?
A prank, no doubt. The Netch is known for pranks and tricks. It enjoys wandering invisibly, causing mischief and spreading what it considers to be joy. The Netch almost certainly traded out the Scalarium's fable for one of its authorship.
How should Coriel find the real fable?
I think it likely the Netch will reveal some sign to you. It delights in showing off.
Thank you very
its
much for the follows on Twitch,
cleverness.
TikTok, and YouTube. I appreciate it.
Nalia and I discovered an echo in the West Wing that should relate to the Netch. I'm sure whatever you learn there will be most instructive.
Alright. This one will start there.
I hope nothing else has been tampered with. There's already so much wrong in the Scalarium. So much that didn't stand the test of time.
Please, tell Coriel. What can you tell her about the Netch?
A vain, jovial, and generous being. It approaches life's solemn moments as an opportunity for new ways to demonstrate its wit and whimsy. The Netch and Ulfsild got along famously well, but I find it to be a little much.
Why is that?
It enjoys being the center of attention, its tendrils ever reaching for ever more. Ruffles my feathers a bit. Its actions will seem enigmatic, even esoteric, but it really does mean well, I think.
Khajiit thanks you for talking about it. This Netch seems like a cool dude. Quite familiar. I can't quite put my finger on Hello?
What in Ifre's name? Is that a squirrel? Hey there! I thought you could use some help tracking down the fable. It seems like this Netch has a very distinct sense of humor. I'm willing to play along for now if you are.
You must tell Khajiit. How should we play along?
The Netch is a trickster, but it's also proud of its wit. Getting the upper hand with someone like that is simple. Flatter them. Reminds me of a Covenant knight I once met who tried all night to get my attention. But that's a story for another day.
So, you think we should flatter the Netch? How can we do that?
I think we do just as they did in the fable. Here, allow me.
All right then.
Oh, great and glorious Netch! Your cleverness exceeds us! We beseech your aid in finding your true fable. Guide us to your Netchy bosom. Make our lofty dreams come true!
Oh!
I think it worked. Quick, follow them!
Oh! Oh! Whee! They're so cute! I think the only thing I don't feel like vibes of me is the vain part. That being said, I do like it when you lot call me your queen, and, you know, maybe. Whoa, focal point.
Aha! You found it! The true fable! Not as good as my version, of course.
I love him already. This must be near the northeasterly town of Voss. There's a Daedric ruin on an island nearby devoted to Molag Bol, just southeast of town. I'll start there first. Riparian settlement, a city on the banks of river, southwest of Red Mountain. It has to be Balmora. Going in circles means we're back in the... I wasn't done reading that. Wow, look at all these bookies.
Any luck finding the real fable?
Oriel did. Any insight on these locations in the fable?
Let me look. Here, this part about the river settlement. I bet anything that's Balmora. Lovely place. There's a big river running through the middle of town. Sounds like it was even bigger back when the fable was written.
Okay.
Something keeps tugging on my robes, like a child playing a game. But no one's there. It's the Netch, isn't it?
This blob of
This
yours.
is testing my patience.
Do you have any insight on the locations or notes in this fable?
Let me see. This
Oh
bit at
no,
the
we
end
getting
that
laggy.
mentions Azura's coast. I bet it's referring to Sadrith Mora and Tel Galen. Just plot a course between those two towers, and I bet you'll find the door.
Yeah,
That's
we
what you're
got some
looking for,
network
right?
drop. We're dropping some network. I did accidentally turn off the router last night, and Badgers was very not impressed, but not as unimpressed as I, because for those that don't know, with full fibre, if you turn off the router, it takes a long time for it to stabilise again, which is annoying. Something popped up on stream too, did it?
Well, more tricks?
What'd it
Or did
say?
you find the real fable of the Netch?
Can you try to give Khajiit any clues on the locations in the fable?
The real fable? Of course. I remember it well. Let's see. There was mention of the Zainab, yes?
Oh, I didn't read the actual fable. I forgot that it was...
Sure not to fall like the Ashlander in the story. The Netch may not see fit to catch you.
I just realised I didn't actually... This is the real fable. The fable of the Netch. Let's read the actual fable. Sorry. This is the Elder Scrolls Online. Her for such, eh? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. There were stories of unusual fortune and luck. Riches found by the poor. Love found by the lonely. Vardenfell was abuzz with these tales. The so-called miracles were not replicable by the tribunal and caught the attention of the clergy. Priest Lucilin intended to find the source of these mysterious blessings. Lucilian first visited a farming village in the Grayslands. There, a child had run away from home to an island southeast of town. It was a dangerous place.
Hello there.
Filled of monsters.
Daedric,
But
Prince
when
of
the
Madness,
party
welcoming
found...
you to the realm of insanity.
Spudsy! Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Come in. Welcome to the realm of insanity. I'm the Queen K Power XD. We've got unlimited tea dunking biscuits. They turn into magical biscuits that taste like your favourite biscuits when you dunk them in your tea. Come in. You all look friendly enough. Pick up a chair. Have an unlimited tea, unlimited biscuits. I had a great time. Oh my gosh, you were playing American Truck Simulator. I love a bit of Euro Truck Sim myself. And I know that might seem a bit random, but I do. I like it. I like a bit of Euro Truck Sim. I hope you had a great time in American Truck Sim, though. Cup of tea. Come and get yourself a cup of tea. Spudsy, Mr. Wobsley. Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, hello. I'm currently reading the Fable of the Netch. We just read the Nabal of the Fetch. It was a dangerous place full of monsters, but when the search party found the boy, he was sitting among a flock of pecking hens. The child said a Netch had rained on each monster that approached and turned them into chickens. The village held a feast and dined on the birds, which were filling but tasted of sulphur. For a generation after this, the island remained empty of monsters. From there, Lucilian went northwest around Red Mountain, then south to a Stonewood riparian settlement. He met a caravaner who had no coin to spare just a fortnight ago, as she was deep in debt. Now she was offering rides to passengers for free. Lucilian asked her to explain this reversal of her fortune. She said that while waiting for a passenger on the riverbank, a Netch floated up from the water, spooking her siltstrider into the deepest part of the river. The creature panicked and quickly went under. When the caravaner dove in after it, she found a passenger ship that had gone missing years ago. She saved her siltstrider and recovered a shipment of treasured jewels, more than enough to cover her debt. Lucilian pleaded for the caravaner to tell him more about the strange Netch, but she said nothing. After this, Lucilian spent many lonely months on the road when he realised he had wandered in a circle. He ventured next to the Zainab in the Grayslands, where locals pointed him to a ruin in the foothills of Red Mountain. Inside the ruins, he found an elder Ashlander talking to the air as if he spoke to a grandchild. "Who are you talking to?" Lucilian asked. The elder explained that when he was an explorer in these ruins, he fell from one of the bridges. It would surely be the end of him, but before he landed in the lava below, a set of pale tendrils caught him. They set him safely back on the ground. Since that day, he had returned to the ruins whenever he wanted to feel that familiar presence. In fact, his Netch friend was floating near Lucilian now. He was surprised Lucilian didn't feel the tendril on his shoulder or the feeling of weightless joy brought on by the Netch. Lucilian left with haste, but when he returned to his order, his findings were deemed insufficient. Despite this, Priest Lucilian would not let go of the idea of the Netch and was ridiculed for his belief. At last, wandering among the islands of Azura's coast, he saw the ghostly pale Netch, neither animal nor spirit. The miserable Lucilian could finally see the Netch too, and he felt buoyant. That's next time, or a little bit of Euro trucking. If you're into fantasy genre, I have played The Witcher 3. I streamed it a couple of times, but I just can't. The settings for Witcher 3 to stream it are so finicky.
Might have taken.
But I have played it.
Dragon.
Very good game.
And yet it's a Netch. It's rather silly. But perhaps that's the entire point.
Any clues you can give to help Coriel with this fable?
Let's see. Ah! Right at the top here. The Daedric ruins. I don't know the name, but they're on an island southeast of Voss. If only the place was still full of chickens like the fable says.
Chickens? Oh, chickens! Ah, Vanpel! I just picked up The Witcher 3 a couple of weeks ago in the Steam sale. It's very good. Very, very good. I would have streamed it a lot more, but for some reason my PC just didn't like streaming it and doing it at the same time. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Also, Straz, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you don't have said, if I've not said hello to anyone today with my little entrance, please let me know. At me. It's been a bit of an all over the place day. I spent the first 2 hours of the stream farting about, talking a load of rubbish and trying to find Father's Day presents for Angry Dad because he's not being helpful with suggestions at all. I think he's banking on the idea that I don't find anything and therefore don't buy him anything because he's worried about me only just grabbing a house. So I need to make him realize that I'm going to buy him something regardless because it's flipping Father's Day and I can't just pretend that it's not happening, you know? It's Father's Day. Especially with everything going on. Do, 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 do. Hello? What? Oh, poo off. Get out of here, you. Aha. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. I see you. So glad you're finally doing the Netch. He's my favorite. Oh, I think he might be my favorite as well. We'll see. So far he is. So far he is. Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Saying they don't need anything for Father's Day or their birthday is kind of what dads do. Absolutely. Honestly, I might end up doing Amazon voucher because you can get Amazon vouchers in really cute little boxes now, and they don't charge you any extra for the box, which is kind of cool. And then he can get whatever he needs. Like if he thinks, oh, I really need that, he'll be less likely to be like, oh, I'm not treating myself to that. I've got to buy my daughter's things instead. That's what dads do. They're like, I could buy this thing that I really need, but instead I'm going to save all of my money for my daughters and my... Well, I was going to say wife, but Cute Mum and Angry Dad aren't married. Fiancé of 11 years. More than 11. Because Cute Mum and Angry Dad have been together well over 30, because I'm 30. And they were together before I came along, so... World's longest engagement goes to Cute Mum and Angry Dad, I reckon. But, a girlfriend doesn't seem quite right at this stage, though. So, I guess fiancé is the word? Partner? Life partner? Soulmate? I reckon Cute Mum and Angry Dad are soulmates. Yeah, he's soulmate. I don't know where I got 11 years from. Probably like ESO is 11 years old next year, so. Better half, yes. Well, my mum and dad are equal halves, so I wouldn't say better halves. They're both very, very wonderful, and I'm extremely lucky to have both of them. I don't want to say better half, because that's like I'm picking a favourite. No reason to get married if it works as it is, and I would say life partner or soulmate. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've never been interested in marriage because I've grown up with my parents never being married. That's right. I am a heathen bastard. I'm unchristened and my parents are not married. Yes. But when I met Badgers, his parents are married and they're very happy together, and he's very traditional in that sense. He's a very traditional gentleman. So, will I get married? I always said no, but I'm also not going to deny Badgers what he desires, you know? So... I've warmed up to the idea a little bit. I'm not completely against each other, against it anymore. I've warmed up to the idea a little bit because to me, I mean, if you want to, I don't agree with, I think as well, yeah, that you get benefits by being married if you're in the UK. So basically, if Cute Mum and Angry Dad did get married, because my mum doesn't work, he could absorb her personal allowance, which is really annoying because I feel like my dad really wants to do it, but my mum's very, why fix it if it's not broken? She doesn't want to risk doing things that might ruin what they've got. I don't know why getting married would ruin anything, but I guess they've been this way for so long that they don't want to mess, you know, they don't want to meddle with it. And I think my mum is very conscious of the fact that she's the last, one of the last people with her name in her side, the family and stuff. So, yeah. And I'm the same because I'm one of 3 girls. So my last name is precious to me as well. But now in the modern day, you double barrel and stuff, which is what we're going to do. So, if we did do it. And there's no way that I would get rid of my last name completely when I'm one of 3 girls. And my little sister is not double barreling. So that's 1 down. But, yeah. So in the UK, if you get married and one of you doesn't work, the other person can absorb that personal allowance. And personal allowance, if you don't have that where you are, personal allowance just means basically you can earn a certain amount of money without paying a tax on it. So you just keep your name, Miss Sunny did, but that is also a Korean tradition. Well, I don't mind double barreling, and to be honest, I'm obviously not gonna tell you what we're double barreling to because I don't want to dox myself. But just know that our double barrel works so well, and it's hilarious, and if we ever have kids, they're absolutely going to get bullied for it, but it's going to be so worth it. Because we were both bullied for our names anyway, so it's not gonna... How do I manage this every single time? Every single time I go anywhere, I find the smallest little crevice to get stuck in. Yeah, so double barrel basically means you attach both of your names together with a dash on the end. So you use both of the maiden names, I guess, and put them together to form a new name. So you fully become one, which honestly, I think double barreling is a really cute thing to do. The only problem is what happens when two double-barreled people get married. Do you have to pick one and merge two, or do you quadruple barrel? But honestly, I feel like Badgers and I know this is really cheesy, but I feel like Badgers and I were kind of made to be together because our last names work so well. And everyone we've told is like, that's actually crazy that it worked out like that. I'm like, I know. Oh, you love sausage emotes? Well, Jason, you've come to the right place. If you become a member here, you get a sausage. Hi, Jason. Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Well, I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. So, Blugger Pilthington, how did you know? Don't just dox me like this, Sonny. Oh my gosh, you've just told everyone our last names. Oh no. No, but seriously, it's, yeah. Marriage for me is still a very odd topic, because, like, my parents have been together all my life and more without being married and never... I mean, my dad proposed, but, oh. This one looks the most pink, so I'm gonna go in this one. Oh. So, yeah, but then Badger's parents and my grandparents have been married all their lives. Well, not all their lives, but most of their lives. So it's a bit... I don't know. I have many, many feelings. I guess it's just taking it as it comes. Cohabitation in the United Kingdom, according to social security law, would typically relate to a couple being treated as living together as a married couple, even if not married or civil partnership. Oh. Yeah, so that originally was only really for same-sex couples, if I remember. And then civil partnership came in and they changed it. I'm going to be super real here. The whole woman takes the guy's name thing has always felt weird and gross to me. Yeah, it's odd. And it's weird that you can't, like, people, I don't know. It's weird. I'm glad that double barreling or keeping your name is becoming more common. I was leaning more towards Cade, Jamin, and Badger's toast. Okay, so my friend explained the best way to do names is to hyphen and then have the daughter carry the mother name when... The best way to do names is hyphen and then have the daughter carry the mother name when forming a new hyphen and the son to take the father's name and then you form a new hyphen. That's actually fair, yeah. I agree. I wouldn't have asked Miss Sunny to. Korean tradition withstanding. The name thing has always felt to me the woman only exists to serve the man. Well, for a long time, that is what we were viewed as, which is really... kind of depressing, because it wasn't that long ago that wasn't the thought. A bit weird. It's crazy to think that it really wasn't that long ago that we couldn't even vote. When you think of how little time has gone by since that, it's actually mind-blowing, and it explains a lot of the thoughts and feelings of a lot of not gentlemen out there who have just been so taught over many, many years and many, many ancestors that women are just for the pure enjoyment of men and shouldn't exist other than that, so. Marriage itself, at its core, is man-centric. The man benefits more than the woman. Well, not so much anymore, because you can basically make your own rules for marriage. It's not all very religious and all of this. It's all very equal now. Which is good. I've always said to Badgers, I was like, I don't mind if you want to propose to me and all that. Like, fine, I'm not going to be against it. But I'm not taking your name. And he's never argued that. He's always been totally fine with that. And I've always said we're completely equal. That like we'll get just the same as this house. We're completely equal in this house. And the addressing married woman as Mrs. Guy's name? Yeah. Did Badgers go to Angry Dad and beg him permission like it's 90s? Oh, he has said that if he does decide to do it, he will ask for permission. Because it's just respectful. I feel like if I was going to propose to Badgers, because I can do that if I really wanted to, but like I said, I'm very chill. But if I was going to, I would ask his parents for permission, because it's just kind of nice. Like, you're just giving them a heads up that it's coming, and you want that approval until they turn around and go, no, and you're like, oh. I feel like both sides should do it. I don't know. I feel like if marriage is weird. Just saying that when marriage started, it was more like the man acquiring. Yeah, it was very much, you are mine, but times have changed, thankfully. I've always said to keep Mum and Angry Dad, they should just go to a little registry office, not make a big deal about it, just sign a bit of paper, just for the legal side of things. Just for the legal side, because there's a lot of legal stuff that comes along with being married that you can't otherwise get unless you're married. Because cohabitations is very restricted versus married, even though which is weird because they've lived together for like 30 plus years and yet they don't get the same rights as a married couple. It's really odd, really odd. Marriage is expensive for the party bit, but the party is a lot of fun. Isn't that like the main bit? Anyway, back to the Netch. Sorry, we got a little bit sidetracked there. Hello, little Netchy Netch.
Drink it in. You found the Netch. I hope I live up to expectations.
As far as the government is concerned, just really not true, unfortunately, as someone with parents who are not married and living together.
Behold, my beauty, my splendor. A gift to you, not Ulfsealed. You have worked hard to find me. I know why, of course. I always know why.
So cool.
Please, Ulfsealed is gone, yes?
Yes, Ulfsealed is gone. This one is following in her footsteps to learn the art of scribing.
She said that might happen. I hoped she was mistaken. She often was. Well, no Ulfsealed, no problem, not Ulfsealed. You have a naturally buoyant spirit, I can tell. This will be an effervescent experience. Let us begin.
The old-fashioned. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to this now because that is a topic I don't really want to dive into because of personal situations and stuff going on, and it's something I've been very in my thoughts about recently. So I'd rather not go into that part of it. But just know that I would probably still do that. I hope I can do that. I want to do that. And my sister is doing that. It's still very, very traditional in the UK. And I don't really see anything bad about that. It's not like... It's not the father owning the daughter. It's more just... You are going to live with another man of the house now. Or not like woman of the house, man of the house. But I do think maybe it should be the same for the groom. The groom should have someone from his family handing him over too. So it's a bit more equal. I think if you change the mindset of it, it's not that gross. But anyway, I'm going to start on the story now because... yeah, this is a weird topic for me for some reasons. And I'd rather not go down that specific path of it because there's a lot of talk about those things at the moment because my sister's wedding is this month and a lot of conversations have come up with that, so I would rather move on from this conversation. Anyway, all right, where do we start?
Let's open the door to my domain and let some of my beauty, my majesty, into the scholarium. Place the fable on the dais. Yes, the original fable. Not the new and enhanced version I wrote. That one won't work, unfortunately.
Tajit will place the fable. Little Netchy Netch. A little shipwreck. I love your little Netchy plays. It's so cute.
You have such a remarkable way of setting books down. Very deliberate.
Of course.
I'm supposed to test you. But tests are weighty, not good for floating. I prefer games. Easier to win and just as easy to prove how clever you are. Oh, listen to me, droning on like the dragon. Anyway, I have some games for us to play.
Yay, I love games. Oh, little Netchy Netch, me and you are going to be best friends. What kind of games do you have in mind?
The kind of games that make people feel lighter. Games that show how buoyant life can be. There are many who need the help of my benevolent and loving tendrils.
Answer, Coriel. Kind of help do you have in mind?
Oh, anything to take the weight off the shoulders. Health, or happiness, or even money. Ulfsild tried to explain money to me. It sounded depressing, but apparently people quite like it. I have a list of helpful games for you to play.
Where can this one find the list?
You must traverse the land in search of 7 orbs. Only with orbs in hand, when the warrior is high in the night sky, can you wish? I kid. They're right here. Only complete those that make you feel the most buoyant. I'll handle the rest.
This one will read your list then.
Let us see what you make of my little games. The best games are ones that others don't know they are playing. Makes for much more bubbly responses when they discover the joyful tricks we played on them.
Ajit has a few questions.
Oh, of course you do not, Ulfsild. How can you be more buoyant? Why do you have no tendrils when I was blessed with so many? Why bother with the other luminaries when I am right here? I cannot answer all of life's mysteries for you, but I will try.
You have mentioned Ulfsild several times. What did she mean to you?
Ah, there was a truly boundless soul. Ulfsild was a most bubbly companion. Joyous, ebullient, witty. She was clever and taught me many things. Very netchy. I wonder if she had some Netch ancestry.
What do you remember about her?
Oh, many things. She had a distinct lack of tendrils. It was very memorable. Her familiar, the crow, was almost as memorable. And she had that, oh, what's the word? The bearded creature she was fond of. Chalice something? Chalice boring, maybe?
You are talking about her husband, yes? Shalidor?
How should I know? I only met him once, and he was not buoyant at all. Ulfsild spent much of her time here, free of him. I always thought she floated much higher on her own. She would have made a great Netch.
You mentioned the crow. You like her?
How can I not like a fellow flyer? She plays along with my games, acting like she's annoyed by my clever tricks. But I see through her. I know the crow enjoys my puzzles in the library. I ought to pay her a visit soon.
What does the art of scribing into?
Scribing is buoyancy of the mind, floating in your soul, lift within your very skills and spells. I find the idea of everyone doing something all the same way not just boring, but dreadfully tragic.
It is curious. That is why you'll help Ulfsil to perfect the art.
You have your tendrils twisted on that. Ulfsild was the one who taught me. Though I shared my views and opinions with her, as I am happy to do with you, but we luminaries learned as much from the Archmage as she learned from us.
We can talk about the Luminous. Yes?
Generally, far too dull for my tastes. Somber. Heavy. But I am happy to answer any questions you might have. Offering knowledge keeps me buoyant.
What do you think of the Indrik?
So serious. So old. So focused. Too focused for me. I prefer to let the winds carry me where they will. The Indrik wishes we made sense, but we don't. So why let your tendrils get tangled up about it?
What do you think about the Griffin?
He means well, but I think over the years he's lost sight of what he truly wants. At least now, thanks to you, he can shake the frost from his wings and try to find new purpose. His foxy friend practically levitates, though. Love that little guy.
And what do you make about the dragon?
My perfect form does not have eyes, not Ulfsild. But I want you to imagine I have them. Now imagine I am rolling them. She thinks herself oh so clever, but ignores even simple truths when they are right in front of her snout.
This one has a few other questions.
Oh, of course you do not.
You can tell Gordiel about yourself, yes?
Picture it. A wizened scholar traces arcane runes across a detailed summoning. I'm kidding. My birth was an accident of magic and deeply boring. It is why I try to stay so joyous and floaty. Existence is what you make of it, not Ulfsild.
Why did you choose the form of a Netch?
Is it not obvious? I mean, look at me. I am exceedingly buoyant, perfectly voluptuous. Oh, I see. You too hope to one day have a perfect form. Well, continue your studies, not Ulfsild. Someday you might ascend your imperfect vessel.
I love this guy.
Ah, scholarship. I can smell it from here.
Games of the Netch. The Tinker's Game. A tinkerer will lose their trade if their next invention is not successful. Collect rare materials for them by defeating powerful enemies in the Forgotten Wastes. And a game of honor. Battle rages in the Imperial City. Soldiers who lost their lives have not been paid the proper respects. Defeat Daedric in the city and collect these tokens of the fallen. A game of goods. A travelling group of merchants were robbed of their belongings. Recover them from the Vasir-didn't mines. A game of ash. Daedric can be found making lives miserable across Vardenfell. Send them back to their realms so goodly folk can sleep at night. The Fisher's Game. An infection threatens a family of skilled artists. Eating fish freshly caught from the waters around Vardenfell will provide the cure. Catch fish for a healing feast. And the Mirror Game. Westfield is under attack. Defend the farmers of the region from anything that comes out of the mirrored incursion portals there. Ah, so we can do an incursion. Catch luminary blessed fish across Vardenfell. Close the incursion portal in Westerfield. Slay Daedra across Vardenfell. Recover stolen items. Okay, interesting. Why am I talking to you?
Thanks for all you're doing to help restore the Scalarium.
Oh.
I do that.
I'll do that first, you flap. All the watchers are here. That's so cute. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Drama! Hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Choo-choo! I'd not done an incursion yet when I did this quest, so I went and did that, got 2 leads and a furniture from it. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go to... I'm gonna go to Westfield and do an I'm gonna do an incursion, fishing, and... I guess... something... I'll pick another one afterwards. I'm doing good. How's the scribing going? It's good, thank you. Raventhorn, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? How are you doing? Hello? Monkey! Hey, Pokemonks! Hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Thank you so much for the subscription. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome, and/or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change room lights, and the ability to sound commands. All the commands available to you are underneath exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. I should have picked up the daily before doing this, but it's fine. It's fine. Whatevs, Trevs. Oh! I might die, but it's worth it. Muggle Mad! Thank you so much for the subscription. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome and/or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change your room lights, and the ability to sound commands. All commands available to you are underneath exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your sausage. Thank you. And thank you very much for the follows coming in on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got a purple furniture pattern. I don't know if I've already got it or not. No, I don't. Lucent crystal shards. Ooh. How many I wonder how many I need to should still be usable if enough can be collected. Oh wait. It let me use it. Interesting. Interesting. At least I don't need to keep them in my bags. Right. Vardenfell. Let's go find somewhere. This is by water. That'll do. I talk English. England. I'm guessing there's actually going to be a specific place that I need to go. Flip. Unless I just fish anywhere? Catch luminary blessed fish across Vardenfell. Alright, alright. Let's find a fishing hole. Make it rain! Hey! Shad. Dr. JD, thank you very much for the biddies. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Just keep eating those pages and figure I'll get something out of it eventually. Yeah, I would imagine it's either 10 or 25. Have you had the time to process all the things? I know, I didn't sleep, Drummer. I slept real bad. I slept real bad. I did not sleep super well because I was so excited about everything that was announced. Wow, Fish Row no count. Same, loads of good stuff. I know it didn't even go on till late, but I was like, I had dinner and then I was just pumped. Salmon. Oh, is salmon not... Do I have to go to a different fishing hole? No, because the marker's still on here. Well, that said luminary... Muggle Mad!
train approaches platform 1. Is the hype train.
What's going on here?
Realm of insanity. First class accommodation is reserved for subscribers. Tea and refreshments can be found in Coach C. Subs and bits spent on refreshments will go towards exclusive chat badges and emotes. Thank you for your support. And whoop whoop!
Muggle Mad, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs to the Realm of Insanity. I really appreciate it. To Magic Wizard Cat, Clove 7772, Void Biscuit, Mr. Ember Fairy. I really appreciate it. Welcome and or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change the room lights, and the ability to use sound commands. All the commands available to you are underneath exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Muggle. I really appreciate you, Sausage. Thank you. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Hello? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on here? Hello? Anonymous?
Has it been 6 months already?
Anonymous! Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Artment. I really appreciate it. And Cypher, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs to the Realm of Insanity. I really appreciate it. To Farting and Burping, Wide Boy, Orky Poo, Fangs of War, and Miriam HQ. I really appreciate it. Welcome and or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change room lights, and the ability to use sound commands. All the commands available to you are under the exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. Thank you very much. Enjoy being on the Franken train, the Franken hype train. If you'd like to change the emote that you're using on the Franken train, you can by placing the emote in chat. And if you're a subscriber, you can try and make a Franken train Frank train, which basically you would need to organise yourselves to have a really long Frank on the Franken train. So Muggle Mad would be the head, Cypher would be the bottom, and the rest of you would be the middle bit. If you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But thank you so much. That came out of nowhere. Let me finish this fishing and then we'll throw some cheese. Actually, you know what? Let's just throw some cheese. Let's throw some cheese while I fish. So I add in some fricka fresh. Let me mute ESO for a second. This causes for some hype. We're level 4. Throw the cheese here. Well, my darlings, 45% of the way through. Muggle Mad is our current hype train conductor for gifted subs. We don't have a hype train conductor for bits. Oh, just kidding. Mirth Fairy gets it. Literally 2 seconds before the end of the hype train. Wow, that was close. Mirth Fairy, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on being the bit hype train conductor. Goodbye, hype train. Goodbye, hype train. Oh, yeah. Considering we had 2 metal Ks, that is a very appropriate emote. Very appropriate. Oh my gosh, I'm trying. Thank you to everyone who got involved.
The hype train
Thank you!
leaving the platform. Please mind the gap and remember your items. Any unidentified items may be thrown into a fiery pit of doom. Thank you for riding with Cape Howe Railways. Whoop whoop!
Whoop whoop! Thank you very much to everyone who got involved in the hype train. Let me see what emotes you unlocked, if any. Some of you might already have all the emotes. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Oh yeah, look at that. Is that what you got? The Snorlax, or is that someone's emote? I can't really look yet. If that is an emote, that's not a hype train emote, is it? That's not. No, it's not. I was gonna say. I do love it though. I wish it was a hype train emote. I wish it was. I still haven't got the 3 luminary fish, by the way. What the flip is going on? Yeah, there's a headbanging hype. There's brand new hype train emotes. And I got the headbanging one, which I'm pretty happy about, to be honest. Pretty happy about that. We do be fishing. I want it. It's cool, right? In the hype train. Come on. Yay! Oh, yeah. We did it. I heard a jingle sound and I was like, does that mean it's blessed? Did you hear like the magical jingle jangle? Jingle jangle, jingle jangle. The back rooms. Jingle jangle, jingle jangle. Those who know, know. Those who don't, don't. And those who get it. And those who don't get it. Simple as that, really. I don't know what this one is. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to Julius Watsimus. I will recover the stolen artifacts. What was the other one I wanted to do? Oh, no, that's it. This will be the last one. Go away, Iron Hound hooligan. Thank you, Azanda. Hoots! Hello, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. I definitely haven't re-messed up my sleep schedule. Honestly, I have. All the excitement over the past couple of days. And the fact that I was... I may have been catching up with Bridgerton after not watching since literally an episode into season 2. And I kind of got really addicted to just like doing all my work and then going downstairs and watching Bridgerton, and because I didn't want to not do my work, I would go down at like 9 and watch like 3 episodes and go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which was really stupid because I just sorted out my sleep schedule and then I mucked it up because of Bridgerton. On the good side though, it was really good. It was really good. Season 2 was way better than I thought it was, because I remember I started watching it and I just didn't get into it as much as I did as season 1. And then I started, which by the way, just a disclaimer, Bridgerton is not a thing for you to watch if you're under 18. So please do not watch it if you're under 18. Thank you. But I started watching it and I was like, ooh, this is cool. You know, it was pretty good. And yeah, season 3 is like, woo! Whoa, there's a lot of spicy. You know, it's a bit spicy. After I left the showcase last night, I went on to do a Destiny raid and didn't go to bed until 10 a.m. Okay, yeah, you win for the more messed up schedule, I think. Holy butts. 10 a.m.? What are you doing, Hoots? That's ridiculous. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Dang, so... No, but the reveals were really sick. And I was really excited. I didn't watch any Bridgerton last night because I've caught up completely. I was just pumped about all the reveals.
You are most impressive, not Ulfsealed. I will ensure the mortals I have in mind are aided by your buoyant deeds. In the meantime, let us talk about your proper trial, and another mortal altogether.
I needed my raid clear. I don't know if it was that important. A trial like the Indrik, then. What do you want this one to do for this mortal?
I try to stay buoyant. I do. If we are to brush the ground, it should be for good reason. A father breathes his last in Vardenfell at a clinic in the town of Suron. He has regrets to resolve before his soul becomes untethered and drifts away.
This one is going to help him resolve those regrets.
Your cleverness almost reaches that of Ulfseeld, not Ulfseeld. His soul has splintered into 3 parts. While my tendrils can hold him here for a time, a dark spirit seeks to claim him. That is why we must move quickly, with the help of your knight.
It is Fury. You want her to ask Naliar for their help.
With her portals, you and the knight can flow with the wind. We'll need that to help this man. Ask her to come speak to me. I will make her float with knowledge, and you can prepare for your journey.
This one will talk to Naliar, then.
Soar suspended by your good intentions, not Ulfseeld. The clinic is in the town of Suron on the Isle of Vardenfell. The night will be an effervescent addition to your trial. I just know it.
You can tell this one more about this trial, yes?
Of course. I thought you might have things to ask, not Ulfseeld. Your mind flows like a Netch's. Breezy, quick, absorbent.
How do you know this mortal?
You know how some people just have trouble floating? He's like that. Nirn is a river, and I feel along the bottom for things to make float. He's one such soul. I've picked him up and put him back together before, but this must be the last.
Why is this the last time?
I am an attractive, floating, betendrilled entity of humor, enlightenment, and magic. But even I, the Netch, cannot stop a soul from moving on to Aetherius when its time comes.
Why do you want Naliar to assist Coriel on her trial?
Are you worried I'm going to play a trick on her? Don't you worry. If Nalia weren't buoyant, she'd be the first I'd help. But she has been quite floaty these days, and it's none of my doing. I want her to help you move with the winds of the soul.
The winds of the soul?
The votary is, as she's no doubt mentioned before, very talented with portals. Popping out of one space and into another. It's something I quite enjoy as well. And her skill will allow you to see this trial through to the end. Oh, of course you do
okay,
not.
I've already asked all those things. Okay, lovely Netch friend. I will do as you please.
Knight, you have an aptitude for magic. Perhaps you just have not found the right teacher.
The crow has warmed up to me.
You sound like my mother. I know enough magic to get by, it's just not my focus.
The crow has warmed up to me, which is great. But now she wants to start tutoring me. It's like I'm back in my mother's home again. How goes your trial with the Netch?
Actually, the Netch wants you to help Khajiit with her trial.
Me? Of course. From chasing illusionary squirrels to luminary trials? It's been quite a day. Do you know why it wants me to tag along?
The Netch wanted to explain things to you itself.
I suppose when a magical being asks you to help out, you help out. This will be an interesting story to tell my parents when I head home for New Life Fest.
I love that she fidgets when she's talking. So many of the characters just sound super still, but she's like me, she can't sit still, like... See you soon, Naliar. I bet she's a leg wobbler like me. I bet she's a leg wobbler, don't you, chat? Well, there's really books everywhere, isn't there? So many additions to the law library. Wow, they've made quite a few watchers since we last spoke to them. I thought I remembered there was a command for that. Yup. There sure was. Investigate the clinic. We gotta go there. Do 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 do. Do. Silt Strider! Silt Strider!
Father, I got here as soon as I could. Please, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, my love. He's very weak.
Are you a healer with the clinic? Please, we came as soon as we heard. I need my father to know I made the journey. The way I last spoke to him, it can't be the last time. It can't. I never wanted him to pass from this world alone.
Ajit is not with the clinic. What happened?
I grew up thinking nothing could kill my father. He was a soldier and later a mercenary. Tough as they come. So when he wrote to me about this illness, I knew it was serious. We haven't spoken in years.
Why not?
He expected me to follow in his footsteps. I tried, but it's one thing to hold a sword and another thing to use it. I have the heart of a historian. I'm not made for battle. The last words between us were so bitter. I wanted to make amends.
Is there anything that can be done?
I don't know. The clinic says he's beyond their help. If I could just speak to him one more time, put our bitterness behind us and ease his passing. But it's too late. My father is in his final moments and has no idea I'm even here.
Alec, Melvina, hello. It must be a surprise to see me.
Nalia? What are you doing here?
I'll fill you in shortly. We're here to help. A friend, can I have a word? I had no idea Alec's father was even sick. We're old friends, so I'm eager to help however we can. Did the Netch explain how I'm going to help you? Back to where we began with portals?
Something about moving with the wind.
That sounds like the Netch. Apparently you're not the only one being tested here. Alec's father, Yehones, is still alive, but his soul is splintered and drifting across the face of Nirn.
You are going to help this one, portal.
Yes. Any other time, I'd be annoyed. Portals are all the guild things I'm good for. But this is important. I'll remain here, divine where you're headed next, and open pathways as you go. It gave me some kind of mystical ink that will help us out.
The ink will connect you to the soul fragment.
That's what the Netch said. Something about the ink snarling my tendrils with the wayward soul fragments. This is why I didn't stay with spellwork. If you're ready, wish me luck, and let's get started.
Oriel is ready. Good luck, Naliar.
Nalia, please. Is there anything you and your friend can do?
I just want him to know I'm here.
One moment, Alec. This ink is... it's working. You're headed to Dragon Bridge. Walk with Magnus.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wrong way, wrong way.
My first mission, my first brush with death. The Reach folk had us on the run. I was so far from home and certain I'd die alone. I fought with everything I had. My wife was at home by herself. She told me she had news for me when I returned. I needed to know what it was.
Is it your son? Sorry, bud. I'm gonna be that person. I'm sorry. I'm running through like a hooligan. But I'm not aggroing anything, so it's okay. Right?
Oh, I'm at the end, aren't I? Dragon Bridge. My blood warmed the icy water. I should have died that day. Yeah, maybe I did. Mariel, Blackberry Mead, Border Watch, Alec, my life's pride. Were all those warm memories just the dreams of a dying young soldier?
It wasn't a dream. Alec is waiting for you back in Zoran.
Alec? Yes. This is where I learned of Alec. Near death. Perhaps nearer than I am now. I remember tendrils cradling me, lifting me to the water's edge. My wounds closing, pain easing. A voice that was joyous, clear.
Say.
That I had to live for my son. I feared I'd never live to meet him. I was just glad I wouldn't die alone. But when I woke later, no one was there. And when next I saw my wife, she handed me her child, a boy. My Alec. Where is he?
It's with you, right? Zoran.
Loftily done! Nalia, the next portal, if you please. To Border Watch Ruins you go!
Man, for such a jokey, netchy boy, this is real sad.
Border Watch. The day I thought Alec would join me as a soldier in my new assignment. The day he would break my heart.
Buddy.
He was still a little boy when I put that wooden sword in his hands. I'd convinced myself that he would aspire to be like me. That he was a fighter.
Taking hostages is cowardly,
Ooh, spooky.
It was here at Border Watch that I was given command so many years ago. I sent for my son, urging him to enlist. We would defend these walls together. And he arrived, only to hand in his blade.
Why was it so important that he enlisted?
Alec had such a love of history. I thought he'd relish the chance to stand with the soldiers that made it. I wanted to fight side by side with my son. Wanted that life so badly. Handing me his blade felt like he'd run it through my heart.
Coriel. What did you say to him?
I told him he'd be a failure, that he'd come crawling back. What loving father does that to vines? What possessed me to say such things?
Then return to Soran. You can still read.
Only one remaining not all-sealed. Nalia, a portal to Blight Bog Sump, please.
Blight Bog Sump. Oh, we're going all over the place with this quest line, aren't we? Stop chewing my mouth.
My wife, long gone. My son estranged and beyond my reach. I was alone. Soldier's worst nightmare.
Buddy. Didn't even say anything that time. All that time.
Your time has come, Yon.
Oh, that's alright. You just, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A theory cannot be denied.
My final venture as a man of the sword. I resigned my station and took to mercenary work. I had tracked a bounty to these ruins filled with traps and monsters. I was lost, injured. I fell and my torch went out. I was alone. So alone. I saw a shape in the darkness, looming like a storm cloud. Tendrils swaddled me like a babe. I did not fight as they held me close, set me on my feet. And I heard that laughing voice from all those years before. It told me of Elik's life, his wife, his work as a respected historian. Elik was happy, and I was happy to hear it. I left these ruins, but I didn't have the courage to write my son until I fell ill. And then it was too late to make amends.
Not. Elik is waiting for Zoran.
Well done, not all sealed. Nalia will see you back to Suran, where father and son reunite.
Emtar, hello, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. Ooh. Me hip.
Father, it's Elik. I'm here. Just be still.
My boy, I've much to say after coming so far. Just let me catch my breath.
I feel like I shouldn't be talking to Elik. He should be talking to his dad.
He knows I'm here. My father doesn't have to pass from this world alone. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know how to thank you. What did you do?
Your father's soul was still here. Coriel just had to urge him back to your side.
Growing up, he was all I had. Mother passed when I was young. We regretted what we said to each other, but the years got away from us. What do I do? How can I make up for all these years we've missed together?
Do what you can. Still.
I'll try to tell him everything. My time as a historian, meeting my wife Melvina, everything. I'm just so relieved to hear his voice again. You and Nalia have given me a memory to last the rest of my life. Thank you, stranger.
You are welcome.
Alec. My life's pride. I'm so sorry. Those things I said to you. I wish I could take it all back.
I know, Dad. I'm sorry I didn't give you the chance to make amends.
Shh, my boy. We're together now. That's all that matters.
We've done all we can here. Let's head back to the Scholarium and speak with you-know-who.
Alec is here. If my last breath was an apology to him, it would have been worth it. But I have a few more left in me. And ears to listen. Thank you, stranger, for guiding my spirit back to my boy.
Thank you.
Thank you again, stranger. I hope I look all right. I didn't anticipate meeting my father-in-law today.
Well, oh, Nalia, you're not gonna. Oh, Nalia, can you make a portal?
Don't know about you, but that really took it out of me.
She said no. She's too exhausted. Too exhausted to make a portal. Ow, honking rude. How honking rude. I don't want to mount. I don't want to mount. I diddly doodly doodly. Don't want to mount. Don't want to mount. Don't want to mount. La la la. Okay, there's one outside. There was, but she just said I'm too tired to make a portal. So unless that didn't count as making one because it was already made beforehand. Oh well. Oh well. Whee! It was still there. Okay. What do you want me to rewind time? Is that what you want, Anubis? I don't have that ability yet. Wait, there can be people in here? I thought these were instanced all this time. My immersion is broken.
What a marvelous game we just played! And you did it without my lithe and stylish tendrils. Even I must admit, I could not have done it better.
Alec seemed very grateful. A time with its father.
What a delicious trick! Returning his father just in time! Grief is heavy, not good for floating. Regret, that's even worse. Alec and his father were trapped beneath all that weight. And now, they are both just a little lighter.
Light enough to have that conversation.
Now you're getting it! The best tricks are the ones nobody sees coming. A twist of fate, a bubble of hope, a glorious multi-limbed embrace. Seeing people happy is all for my own gratification. Selfish, I know, but I've been called worse.
Has Coriel earned your respect? Your support for her scribing journey?
Absolutely. Consider my trial passed. I'll summon up my sigil, and you can take it back to the altar. It is time for you to scribe up your own clever tricks. Just remember to stay light, stay breezy, keep yourself as netchy as you can.
This one will try.
Take my sigil, use it to amplify the altar, and seek to better the world through your scribing.
Thank you, Mr. Netchy Netch.
Be sure to thank Nalia. And don't be a stranger, or I'll find an excuse to start wandering the Scholarium again.
I hope you do. You are a star.
There you are. I just got back myself. About to power up the altar again, aren't
I was told to say thank you to you, but... Why is there not stairs up here? Ooh. Giddy.
Thank you. It means a lot that we could help Alec find some... closure. I'm not sure he would have ever forgiven himself if we hadn't been there today.
Are welcome.
I wonder if Ulfsild ever faced a personal trial like this when she met the Luminaries the first time. I guess we just have to do what we can when we can and hope for the best. Oh, Magnus, did the Netch teach us a lesson?
Why do you think the Netch threw you into this trial?
The Netch acted like it was another trick, but I felt for some time like my magic has stagnated. It was really hard. But it was kind of a joy to really challenge myself. Still think I'll stick to swords and shields, though.
It was good working with you, Naliar.
I feel the same way. Just look at all the lives you made brighter. The altar is another wing stronger, and we reunited a man and his son for one final day together. The Netch's antics were kind of moving. All because of you, my friend.
Ah, at last! We come to the final wing.
Ooh. It's time for the unknown. Dun dun dun. Stay buoyant. Be joyous. Alright, let's go buy some stuff from Julius Wattsmus. And then, sorry, that's not Julius, that's What's-a-Flooby What's-a-Heavy. Interrupt. Very nice, very nice. And we should now have some stuff unlocked with our little furniture. Yeah, we got the Netch door. Very nice, very nice. Let's use that. And read these bookies that have appeared. Have a quick look.
Ah, at last, we come to the final wing.
Yeah, I know. Not quite yet, though. La 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 la. Ooh. Ah, there we go. Interrupt. Only available on Shield Through right now. But, my darling sausages, if you're watching on the VOD, then that is the Netch. If you're watching on Twitch, do stick around. We're going to be live a little while longer. But if you are watching on the VOD, this is where I'm going to wind down for you so we can separate each of the luminaries into separate videos. For those that need help on whichever one, because I know some people are having issues on some of them. Thank you so much for watching this, T-Storians, and catching up on the history of the Realm of Insanity through our VOD content. I hope to see you live here someday, but if not, let me get to know you in the comments. Please leave a comment, like the video, all those lovely things. Thank you so much for coming along. Don't forget to follow me on my other socials, kpowertsy.com/links or links in bio. And don't forget, you don't just deserve a life, you deserve a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. Until next time.